Double man, what's going on with you?
Doing good. How are you today, Joe?
Hey man, I'm doing all right, man. Busy and glad I get an opportunity to talk with you. Um, I shared the first video with you, and a lot of people had a lot of things to say about that. Before we go any further, what are your thoughts on all of that?
Well, the damage is done. I mean, I said what I said. I did what I did, and I told the truth. And whoever doesn't like that doesn't like that. A lot of people aren't with telling the truth, but I'm an honest type of person.
What do you mean the damage is done? What's that in relation to?
Well, the last place I worked, people were mad at me for talking about things that went on there. And
Oh,
they were really good people, the people that own that place and the people who were my managers and stuff. My team leader really was taking all my calls, and I couldn't keep the numbers up for that reason. So I felt
well,
like it was handicapping me.
well, sorry about all of that. Sorry to hear that it seems you got a little bit of static in relation to that. Obviously, there's bigger static that I would be made aware of, and that's the full premise of this follow up right here. Now, this is a little I don't think there was any real good way that I could do this. I do an interview with you. I don't know you from Adam, and you would reach out to me after the video was up. We would talk about the fact that there was a lot of positive comments, and then there was the static with your workplace. But then you would also mention something about a stalker. You would send me a Facebook page, and I really didn't have any idea what you were talking about in relation to this. However, the next day, this person would reach out to me, a guy by the name of Nick, and he would really start pushing this video that he did and with you or of you about you, and the fact that he considered you a predator. So here's what I want to say. Like I said, there's no real easy way for me to do this because we did that video a couple of days ago. You and I did. Since then, that guy got in contact with me. I did an interview with him this morning. I did a full interview with him this morning, and I basically not played, but I basically remained neutral in the situation because I don't know. All I know is what he presented with those messages, and then the exposing you in the Starbucks, and then there's the video that he uploaded to YouTube, and now you have a stalking charge on him. So before we go any further, I want to let you know that I'm going to give you the opportunity to share whatever you want to share about that situation. Also, I'm going to be sharing the video that I did with him today. So when anybody's seeing this video, it's going to be tomorrow that they'll be seeing this video. And I want to let you know, and I hope that you'll be okay with it. And if you're not, then I won't. But I really want to clickbait that title. And I want to title it something along the lines of Double Man Exposed ... question mark. Like, is he really exposed? What's going on here? And hopefully that's going to draw in some people to want to check out this story because this is a crazy situation what's taking place.
I told you it was.
I had no idea this is what it was going to be. And there's going to be people who feel like maybe you were up to no good or maybe you are some kind of a predator. Now, I want to share with you what I shared with him. Like I said, I remain neutral in the situation. I think what he's doing is a really good thing, trying to catch messed up people and going about trying to expose them.
I thought that too.
In your particular case, I do truly feel like he really pushed to try to get the conversation geared a certain type of a way to get the answers that he was looking for. I even mentioned in the interview that I did with him, and I'll share this with you as well. I said, Double Man is a burnt out dude. He's crazy. And he's got this look that could be perceived as some kind of a dude who might do some shit like that. I don't mean any disrespect saying that. I'm just calling it the way that I saw it. I see the whole situation. But anyways, long story short, I feel like you did do some things you probably shouldn't have done, agreeing to meet up with this potential 15-year-old, whatever, even though, like I said, I truly feel like they really were hoping to get you to keep entertaining this conversation. There were times when you weren't responding and they were like, hello, are you still there? Are you still there? Like really trying to keep you in the conversation. I feel like, saying that you're going to buy the alcohol was probably the worst thing that you did. Also with, even agreeing to meet up with the minors. But you also mentioned quite a bit that it was all about your music. I mean, the messages are there. I mean, people can read it for themselves. And you said, listen, this is strictly about me promoting my music and not for me to meet up with a minor for any type of bad reasons.
Mm-hmm. In a public place. But okay, you want me to start from the beginning?
Yeah, I said a whole lot of shit right there. And yeah, feel free to say whatever you want to say in relation to all of that.
Well, first of all, I had to get rid of all my jail memorabilia because that guy will stop at nothing to be some type of thorn in my side. Second, so I get a message from a girl, Amy Heath, which was that guy who I have an order of protection on, who it feels bitch having him arrested for stalking and having an order of protection on him. But I had to play him in his own game. I could have committed physical violence on him, but that would have just put me back where I came from. So basically, I had to do what he does, and he was doing these things, so why not? Now, I get a message from a girl, Amy Heath. Lo and behold, it's really that guy. And she friend requested me. Now, I didn't know who it was. I said, what's up? Do I know you? Well, you seen that you added me. And I sent my music, like I always do. I'll get 9, 10 friend requests from people, and I'll just send them my music. See, before I had legitimate jobs, what I used to do was I was only geared towards promoting my music and selling my music. Now,
let me jump in here real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to say this as well. Because again, I interviewed him. I'm interviewing you. There was no good way about me doing this. I needed to hurry up and get the interview with you because I wanted to give you the opportunity to respond to this as quickly as possible. His video is going up today. Your video in response to all of that will go up tomorrow. But he did say, this was one thing that I remember. He said, if the guy messaged first, that's when he really started trying to see where they were going with it. So,
but friend requested me out of the blue.
So there's that as well. You get this random friend request. You message saying, hey, who is this? So I don't know why he friend requested you. Maybe he friend requested a whole bunch of people. It seems like my older brother feels like he was targeting me or like somebody paid him to try to ruin my life. Well, he's in the area that you're in. So maybe he saw that you were local. He probably messaged
the whole county away.
Oh, okay. Well, still, I just wanted to address that because he did mention that you messaged first and you're saying you get the friend request, you accept the friend request. Hey, who is this?
Mm-hmm. That was what I said. Do I know you? I'd seen that you added me. What's up? And I sent my music. Now, I sent my music to everybody. Next day or something, she hits me back like, oh, that was so good and blah, 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 talking about how awesome my music is, sir. Now, before I had legitimate jobs, I solely sold my music. That's all that I did for a job. So I'm like, basically, I market my music to kids because kids, they buy the music. People our age, we bootleg it. Like that's the truth. I mean, so I was like, can you help me sell some of my music? Blah, blah, blah. I'll give you a percentage rate, which is what type of time I was on. And she was like, well, I'm 14 or I'm 15. No, really, I'm 14, but I'm going to be 15 in a week, but blah, blah, blah. I said, I don't see why that matters. And he said, because I think you're really cute and you look like you'd beat somebody's ass and blah, blah, blah. I said, right there, I said, quote, I am 100% not interested in sex. I am only trying to promote my music. And on top of that, I don't minors. So then he keeps going on and on and on, trying to get me to come to the Starbucks, keep buying me alcohol. I said, listen, I'm not going to buy you alcohol, but if you got the money for the alcohol, I'll sell it to you. Like basically, because I remember being that kid standing in front of the store all day waiting for somebody to get me alcohol so I could feel for them. But the thing is, I would never do that anymore, but that was something I used to do. But this is definitely showed me, like, you know, that's not good, because people are going to try to make me look like I'm in some type of messed up light for that. So goes on and on and on, trying to get me to come to the Starbucks. By the way, I never said nothing sexual in the chat logs. I was never about that, as you said. And I would like the viewers to see for themselves and judge for themselves. But
well, one thing that I find interesting about that particular video in comparison to his other videos, because he does have some other videos really confronting some people who are shaking in their boots. And
they were on some sexual stuff with the kid. That's a fact.
No, for sure. I feel like that as well. Like, you can tell a person is guilty by their demeanor. He comes up to you in the store and you're pretty much just stone-faced. You're just, I don't know. I don't want to put any kind of, I'm neutral in my view of whether you did this for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. And I'm neutral in my feeling of what he did, even though I am leaning a little more toward he kind of pushed the agenda with you. And I spoke with him about that. You're going to see the video and you'll see how I basically approached the whole situation. But what I was saying is the reason I'm bringing all this up is in your particular video, there's no comments on that video. It's almost like either the comments had been erased or the comments had been, you know, the comments had definitely been erased, whatever comments that there were. Meaning,
I'm very loved in the public. So
meaning that he probably deleted all of those comments because people were probably saying, "Hey, look, man, like,
set this guy up."
Yeah, dude really didn't do anything wrong here. Like, this is wrong. And if that's the consensus and the belief of people that what he did to you was wrong, well, then I don't see a worse way that you can fuck somebody's life up than basically doing what has been done to you in this situation. So like I said, on other videos, he's got plenty of comments, but on your particular video, there are no comments. But go ahead, continue.
Because he knew that he was doing the wrong thing. So now he also set up his first ever catch. His name was Anthony Viscami. And Anthony Viscami was one of his family members that did all this time. And he was caught with a burner phone talking to himself. The feds came and went to Anthony's house, and he was at work, and his wife was like, called him and said, "Yo, the feds are here." And he's on parole. He's like, "Yo, the feds are here. They want this and that, and this is being said about you." He said, "Send them to my work right now." He gave the feds his phone. The feds took his phone. The feds gave him back his phone and said that you're being set up by somebody with a VPN. The guy making this video. So then he was caught basically talking to himself on a burner phone, acting like he's that guy and himself. So that's where he started out. Yeah. Now, here's what the detectives told me. The detectives told me, here's what happened. He caught a really bad guy. He's talking either Mark Jacobel or Chris Gigi. That he didn't. And then when I said he caught, the detective said, no, he didn't catch anybody. He brought the light of them to the situation. But one of them was a soccer coach with 9-year-old girls. Bad guy. So ever since then, he got on the news. He got all these places. And the detectives basically told me that his 15 minutes of fame is up. And he's going to do anything to try to get it back. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we talked about that. Me and him did, like, you know, hey, look, to try to create this type of content, maybe you do have to overstep some major boundaries to keep the show going. Basically, what he had, his show. Look, he confronts you. He shows you these text messages.
No, he said that he would give me. I didn't go the first time because I blacked out drunk. I ended up not showing up. I meant to because I wanted to go there and sell my music. When I did show up, if you notice, I got a bag full of flyers and CDs. And at one point, he said something about it. I opened the bag. I pulled him out. He held the camera down. And I said, I really does this, bro. But he said he would give me an iPhone 7 to come there the second time. That's why I went there. Because he's like, I said, quote, you really hope I really hope you can help me get back into the music scene, because I used to sell a lot of music and be pretty well known in the neighborhood before I did all this time. And he was like, oh, well, it sucks that you don't have a phone. You know, if you come here today, I'll give you an iPhone 7 lightly used. It'll just sit in the drawer forever if you don't take it. So that's another incentive. So I go there. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I wasn't going to say anything. Go ahead.
I get interviewed by him, and you could see in the video, I said, well, what about the chat logs? He said, the chat logs I post at the end of every video. You can see I look visibly relieved in the video. I'm like, all right, that cleared my name. Then I get home, I see the video, I realize that he edited them. He edited out all mention of the iPhone. He edited out a lot of things. The fact that I said that I'm only 100% trying to sell my music and I'm minors. So
do you have the chat logs?
Yes, I found out later that he impregnated a 14-year-old girl when he was 19 or 20. So, and about him setting up the first guy, that the video is not up on his page. So I started a page called The Pitbull is a Predator.
Is that the link? Is that the link that you sent me?
Yeah, that's my page where I posted the full chat logs so anybody could go see them. And I'll send you a link for you to put in the description so that everybody could go see it.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah, I'm the man, dude. That's what I do. Sorry.
No, I mean, good for you for having those. If the chat that he included in that video was manipulated.
He edited it. He took things out that were crucial.
Yeah, that's that is playing with people's livelihood. Look, I mean, playing with people's lives. I mentioned, not in the video that I did with him and not in the video with you, but in a vlog that I was filming, I said, this guy is playing a dangerous game. What you're doing going out here, you're definitely putting yourself in harm's way, especially if you're manipulating, if you're I don't want to say entrapping, because
it is.
Well, he was like, look, I'm not a cop, so it can't be entrapment. But if you're cornering, boxing a person in.
Okay. But he went to the police, and then the police came to me and told me, yo, this guy is saying all this stuff about you. But we went through your page and your chat logs, for real chat logs. We see that you did nothing wrong. And then he made another video where he went to my parents' house and harassed them. That he since took down. However, I have, and I'll send that to you too.
Jail.
Hey, do you guys want to do a video?
No.
Sure.
We told you to cease and desist.
Sure. You guys want to, I'm on public property right now.
Get off of me.
I'm not at your place. Get away from me. Do you guys want to address any of the accusations against your son?
Cease or desist, Nick.
That's fine. Like I said, I'm on public property, so.
Doesn't matter. You were told not to come back here.
I'm on public property. You do what you got to do. Have a nice day.
Hurry up.
Where he went to my parents' house and harassed them just at their house. And the police came there too. And the police are like, bro, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I caught this guy. They said, we seen the video. Yeah, you caught him. What are you doing here now? Basically, what I'm saying is he basically stalked and further harassed me any way that he could. And the detective said, we see him coming to your parents' house doing this, doing that. I go, yeah, and he drives by and beeps and waves all the time, which he does. And he's always around. He's stalking me. And I was able to get him arrested for that, which he had court yesterday. And he's very fired up that he got arrested. Well, he shouldn't be doing the wrong thing, bro. I mean, when I did the wrong thing, I learned the hard way.
Well, let me say this. Okay. Like I said, with the video of his that I'm putting up today, I do want to title it, Double Man.
Do that so that your viewers can make the decision for themselves.
No, for sure. I mean, hey, it's straight clickbait. We're just trying to get the views here.
Shouldn't keep saying that.
The drama sells. I honestly don't care one way or another, to be honest. But like I said, I'm going to title his video "Double Man Exposed." .. But your video, the one we're filming right here, I'm going to say something along the lines of, Double Man has a stalker, and I'm going to title it like that. And people can make they can come to the conclusion that they want to come to. They're going to love it because of the drama. Like, oh my God, they're going to feel one way or another. They're going to see his video, and a lot of them are probably going to agree with this guy. You know what? Double Man had no reason to be going to meet with a minor, which is true. But you say, hey, look, you were getting a phone. They're sitting here.
More than that, I was trying to sell my music, and that's what I did. And I market my music to kids. They actually buy it. We bootleg it.
So you have a legitimate reason for going there. There was a YouTuber who got exposed recently, this big fat black dude named EDP445. I don't know if you
really
heard. You know who that is?
Yeah. He got exposed for what?
Well, for this exactly. Like going to meet with a minor, and it was a legitimate thing. He was literally,
Ooh.
I mean, horrible messages, and they exposed the shit. They canceled him for sure, as he deserved to be. So when people see a situation like this, they're immediately going to believe it regardless. Here's this guy coming into this Starbucks, putting this camera in your face. You got the baristas in there. You got these people just seeing this.
Making fun of me.
Were they?
Oh, sir, we're leaving. You guys got to take that shit outside. Pay attention. They're talking mad shit. I seen them. I didn't care. See, I've been through jail a lot. I've been to places where they're screaming, "White boy," screaming shit. Oh, you pretty. Oh, you sexy. Blah blah. While I'm walking in the door, I don't. None of that bothers me anymore. People talking.
Forgive me. I mean, it's just crazy. Look, there were some people who left some comments saying if Double Man creates a YouTube channel, we'll watch it. I saw that you got a profile. Start making some videos. I guarantee you'll get a little bit of a following, if not a major one, because you could probably tell some crazy stories, man.
Thanks,
moving
Joe.
on. Yeah, moving on for sure.
By the way, I'm not drunk today. You notice that? And I've been working on not interrupting you.
Now forget all of that. I'm the one that interrupts everybody. I've yet to master that. But you do look a lot better today. And also completely off subject. Hey, you got a job.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
I'm not going to say where it is because my stalker's watching this. And he'll stop at nothing to try to make my life a living hell. But
I mean, you're laughing about that, but that's really not
he tried to make my life hard, but he really can't because anything you can throw at me, I've had worse.
Well, it's definitely a wild situation that you're dealing with because of, this guy, but you got a job. So good for you, man. Glad to hear that you're working.
Wash dishes.
Good for you, man.
In a high-end place. I'll tell you what, them dishes come in, they're like boom, 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 boom. And there's a whole lot. You got to be quick with that, man. You got to be quick. It's almost just like fighting. You got to be quick. You got to think. You got to be quick. And I'm good with it. I'm good with it. And they told me to come back. So, yeah.
Good for you. How much are they paying you?
Over here, it's $13.25. Last place was $14. Whatever. I'll over make up in the hours.
There you go. Well, at least you got a job, man. So good for you. It's a step in the right direction. All right, let's move on. I don't want to make this super long. Look, you were laughing about this, having a stalker thing. It really isn't funny. I mean, this could legitimately lead to some wild shit. And God forbid. But this video gets posted about you. The police come and talk to you. What do they say?
They said, hey, this guy is trying to press charges on your mother because in the second video, my mother did something and he said that my mother hit him and wanted to press charges. So he went to them with that and it went nowhere. And they said he wants to press charges on your mother, but we see that he's coming around and further stalking and harassing you. Would you like to press charges on him? I said, absolutely. You know, it feels like some bitch shit doing it, but I had to because it's his game. I could have, when he went to my parents' house, I walked out the back door and I left. I could have went outside and I could have committed physical violence on him like I wanted to on camera, because that's the type of person that I am and that I was, and probably still am if pushed to that. But I realized that that's not the right way to go, and that I should just play him at his game and be better at his game than him, which he claims to be all this and that. He's been to jail over here. I got his inmate number and everything. It's an 857 number. It's a 5-digit number.
What does that mean?
That means that he's been going there. He went there in 2009 and 2009 and in 2011. And in 2009, he had criminal possession of controlled substance in the 5th, cocaine, which is a D felony. Then he had in 2009 criminal possession of controlled substance in the 7th, which is an A misdemeanor. Then the last time in 2011, he had AUO in the 3rd, which is aggravated unlicensed operation, which means driving without a license. Seems like him. But you notice drug charges for Mr. So Clean. Fresh is so clean.
Well, just crazy to mention. You put the stalking charge on him. What's going on with that? Is this guy looking at jail time? Like,
he third party broke the order of protection by hitting you up and telling you all this stuff about me, knowing they'll get back to me. But I'm not going to press for that. But he broke in third party also the order of protection by saying that I better drop the charges to a Marilyn Smith, saying he said double man better drop the charges or I'm taking it to trial. You better drop the charges or ... anything is breaking third party.
Look at you, the little jailhouse lawyer.
Ain't I though?
Well, I appreciate you being willing to talk about this. You know, how has this impacted your life? You know, you get put on full display on social media as a predator. You know, talk about the negative impact this has had on you, because I got to imagine people believe that you did some foul shit here.
The whole neighborhood's pretty messed up towards me because of him. You pedophile, rape, that's the guy. It's like when you walk in, that's what you be hearing. Rape, that's the guy. They don't do that, but it's close enough. I mean, I'm not that. And it hurts me because every time I see these people, I'm like, yo, I'm not that. I'm not that. Listen, go to my page. And Pitbull is a predator. Everybody on his friends list done seen the thing where I sent him and said my link to my thing. And I say, the Pitbull is a predator. Go check out my page. The Pitbull is a predator. And see that I said, I'm not promoting that he is some bad guy. And I'm not promoting that I'm some good guy. I merely want you to go to the chat logs, read the evidence, and make your own decision and form your own opinion.
And again, on this Facebook page, you're saying that the full chat logs are there?
Yeah, they're there. And there's other people who he set up coming where the videos are down about them, like number 1, number 3, number 2. These ones, they come and they talk about why their video's not up because he's a fraud and how and they expose him for who he really is.
But your video's still up.
Yeah, because I don't know why, but he took down the one where he's harassing my parents, but I got it, and I'll send it to you, dummy. And by the way, people in the comments, I'm sure a lot of them have done time before, and I always say, doing time turns you into like an FBI profiler. You see so many people come to the door, you learn how to size them up real quick and what they're about. And people can tell that I'm really not a bad guy. I may have made some bad decisions and had some bad things that happened to me and bad things that I put on people. However, nothing like that. But I'm not a bad guy, and I try to do the right thing when I can.
Well, good on you, man, and keep doing the right damn thing. I'm going to wrap this up. Look, feel free to message me. Let me know anything. You're going to be seeing the video today featuring him. And then tomorrow, I'm going to also pin a comment saying, hey, look, tomorrow will be Double Man's side to this. And we'll be sharing that as well.
Thank you, Joe, for putting this on your platform and letting the whole world actually see the truth. That's really cool. You're a good guy, man.
Look, I think that people should be exposed for the right reasons, but when you're really trying to push an agenda because you need the content is kind of what it feels like. That there's nothing okay with that. And that's just my opinion on it. No disrespect to this guy at all. I know that he's in it for the right reasons. He wants to be able to expose people, but sometimes that line can get blurred. And I don't think that your situation merited any type of need to go the route that it went, putting you on blast like that.
Thank you, Joe. And I'd love to speak to you again anytime. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll get together again soon and see what's going on with you.
Thank you.
Hey, take care, man.
You too, brother. Keep your head up.
You as well.